Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to the world of Berry. It's your girl Ari Berry. I hope you're having an amazing and beautiful day today. Alright y'all, I am about to jump onto an adventure. I am uber nervous, I'm excited, I am a world of emotions. As you can tell by the title of this video, I am going to be going vegetarian for an entire week. Now, I don't know if that sounds like a lot to y'all, but it definitely sounds like a lot to me. I am definitely a carnivore. I love my pork, my beef, my chicken, my shrimp, my seafood, all of it. I definitely enjoy that a lot. But I wanted to kind of switch it up and try something different. You know, as we've all been inside quarantining and whatnot, I've definitely gained additional weight. I stopped doing keto. I think that also has something to do with it. So I'm really just looking to switch up my diet, clean up some things, and just see what happens. I honestly thought about this last night at around like 11. I've actually roped my brother into doing it with me, so he will also be doing this for an entire week. But yeah, I just kind of wanted a change and just wanted to see if this is something that I'd ever be interested in, if this is something I think I can kind of keep going long term, and just kind of go from there. And just also, I think there's a lot of benefits from going vegetarian. Now, there's still a lot more research that I need to do to really understand all of it, but I know that, you know, just it's good. You know, people do it for a reason. It's not just cuz. So I'm definitely interested in kind of seeing if I can keep up with it. I'm more interested, honestly, to see if my brother can keep up with it. He, more than anything, rarely eats vegetables. He really only eats vegetables when he has to because my mom puts it on his plate. So I also am very much like that too, where if I cook for myself, I do eat more vegetables. But I have recently kind of, like I said, my habits have they've gotten all types out of whack. So this is about to be very interesting. We are actually about to go to the store today to go and get anything and everything that we think we might need for this. I've looked at a couple of different recipes, so I have a general idea and a general list of things that I think we need to make this work. But yeah, I'm like just nervous, excited, just everything. Honestly, I don't know, but I really hope that this goes well. I hope I enjoy it, and I hope that I also just learn new things and kind of just some good takeaways. So yeah, let's go ahead and get these groceries. Good morning, guys. All right, it is the next day. It is the first day of us going vegetarian. I am nervous and excited, so I have bought a lot of stuff to obviously prepare. Sorry we didn't go through it yesterday. I meant to do that, but it just got away from me. But anyway, I will just show you what we will be making for breakfast today. I am hungry, so yeah, let's get into it. Okay guys, also please do not mind the lighting. It is gray outside, so it's kind of dark in here, and there's really no need for me to turn on lights because it's the morning time, so we're just gonna rock with what I got. But anyway, we are going to be having these breakfast sausages. Now, I've obviously never had these. I was speaking to my friend who is a vegetarian, and I think she mentioned these, so I don't even know if she's had them. But yeah, so they're basically from Pure Farmland, and they are plant-based breakfast patties. They're made with non-GMO soy, which is fantastic. But yeah, their flavor is maple, so hopefully that adds a little bit of taste. I'm interested to see if these will cook like a regular sausage. I'm not quite sure. I sprayed the pan just in case like they stick or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. They look like, you can already tell, honestly, like they're frozen now, but when I bought them in the store, you could tell that it wasn't obviously meat. Like it was pink like meat, but you could just tell it was a different consistency. Like it just wasn't the same. So we shall see kind of how these cook. My brother is still asleep, so I will just make them, and then when he comes down to eat, we will get his reaction as well. Alright guys, so here are the patties. I've defrosted them. I just thought that that is what they needed to do before I just put them in the pan. You can see kind of the color, the consistency of them. Okay, y'all, so the pan I think is hot enough, so we're gonna go ahead and plop these suckers in there. Okay, I was expecting a little bit more of a sizzle, so I guess it's not hot enough, but we'll see. Alright, y'all, so they're starting to sizzle, they're starting to cook. I don't know what that is that is coming out of them. It's almost like when you cook meat and like the blood comes out. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know what this is. They smell great. They smell like maple. Maybe it's that that's kind of coming out. I don't know. Oh, child. Okay, we're gonna flip them here in a second. Look at that. Look at that. They all nice and crisp. They look tasty actually. I'm a little scared, but they look good. We're just gonna have some eggs. I gotta make those and some waffles. Alright, y'all. So it's done. Here's my plate. You see we got the egg, waffles, and then we got the sausage. They look really good. They smelled really good when they were cooking, so I'm really excited. So let's take this first bite. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the inside. If you can see, oh, let me do. There we go. Alright.
Nope.
It's not bad. The consistency is very like, I don't know, it's not grainy, but it's like, it just breaks apart. It's crumbly. There's a little bit of like sausage taste, maple taste for sure. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Tastes fine.
Alright, so for dinner we had this Garden Inspirations meatless meatballs, and these were really simple to cook. You lay them out on a baking sheet, make sure they have enough distance in between each other to bake evenly, and you put them in the oven at about 350 for 10 to 15 minutes. While those were cooking, made some pasta sauce and added a couple additional seasonings just to make it a little bit more flavorful, and boiling some pasta. And then once my pasta was done and ready, I basically took those meatballs out because they looked nice and golden brown. Do you see that sizzle? That's amazing. They looked so tasty, and we were really excited to try this. Okay, y'all, so this is the final product. I'll show you my plate. We've got our meatballs and spaghetti. We made some Texas toast. I am nervous. I hope this is really good. Dude, we're gonna say our prayer. We're gonna pray that this is really good. Dear Heavenly Father, bless this food for the nourishment of our body. Please make it taste good. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
3, 2, 1. It's good.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's good.
Thank you. Good morning, guys. It is day 2 of being a vegetarian. So far so good. Day 1 went very well. Enjoyed a lot of the stuff that we had. The breakfast sausages was a little iffy, but they were still taste wise pretty decent. Meatballs, absolutely slam dunk. For lunch I recorded myself eating some noodles, and what my brother had wasn't really too much explanation needed for that. So yeah, I just recorded what we ate it for dinner. But this morning I am having avocado toast. I'm super excited. I love avocado toast. I eat this regularly, whether I'm on keto, regular diet, now trying to be a vegetarian, all of the above. It's just delicious. Having that with some heirloom tomato on top, everything but the bagel seasoning, of course, as well as a mango on the side. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super hungry. I'm also really tired, so if I seem a little down, that's why. But yeah, I'm super excited. We'll see what my brother will be having for breakfast once he gets up. But yeah, let's get into making this avocado toast, because like I've said probably 3 times already, I'm hungry. So for lunch, I was definitely in the kitchen whipping it up. I have always wanted to make cauliflower wings. I've seen them so many times on the internet and everyone seems to really enjoy them. So I wanted to make my own, and this was the perfect opportunity to do so. Basically, you just make your own batter and add your seasonings as need be. Once your batter is all set and mixed, you add in your cauliflower and you basically give that a good mixing and make sure that all the pieces are covered properly. Once they are all covered and good to go, you just place them on a baking sheet and make sure they're spaced out evenly so that they don't stick. Along with these cauliflower wings, I made some zucchini chips. Really love fried zucchini, so really just love those. And then this was what my cauliflower looked like. I had a sweet chili sauce and then a buffalo sauce that I put on them. And yeah, this meal was banging. All right, y'all, here's our salads. This is what it looks like. If you can see, oh, dropped a little bit of crouton. Ooh, anyway, they don't really smell like much. I kind of thought they smelled like cookies when I first was breaking them apart. I don't know, it's weird. I think we should try just the chicken by itself before we put all of our dressing on top, but yeah. Did you try it? Hey, wait.
A little bit spicy.
I mean, it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Special.
It's not terrible. It's spongy, kind of like it's almost. It's really trying to do the chicken texture, so I get it. But there's really no real like flavor besides the heat, honestly, from because they're like Nashville hot. So that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Day 3 and 4 were pretty simple. Had some mango and avocado toast for breakfast, and then around lunch made some pesto pasta with leftover zucchini chips, and the pesto pasta was so good. We actually had that for dinner on day 3, and then for day 4 I just had it again as lunch with some meatless meatballs. For dinner, we decided to have tacos, and so I was making some guacamole. My family absolutely loves when I make guacamole, so I was whipping it up with this guacamole. It tastes so good to me, and I actually did a recipe on it in a what I'd eat in the day video, so go check that out. So for the base of our tacos, we made this meatless crumbles, basically taco meat, and it was from Simple Truth. And this was also pretty simple. It cooked, honestly, y'all, like regular meat, which was insane. Just kind of put it in a pan, put some taco seasoning on it, and just cook that all the way through. Let that sit and simmer for a little bit, and it looks so good. I was so excited about this one. It smelled just like actual taco meat. And so kind of putting some corn salsa on it. No, we don't need to say any of that. Alright, so for our last day of being vegetarian, kept it pretty simple for breakfast. Just ended up making a fruit smoothie, which was absolutely delicious, and then had some Love Crunch granola on the side. Absolutely love this granola. It's really good. It's got dark chocolate pieces, which are so tasty. For lunch, we had this Nourish bowl that we found in Kroger's while shopping. It had veggie spirals as the noodles, and basically it was supposed to be like a veggie pad thai. And so you heat up the veggie base without any water, just kind of how it is, and then you mix in your sauce and some coconut shavings. Now, I will say that it looked more appetizing than it smelled. It definitely had kind of a vegetable smell, like a heated vegetable smell, but I still kind of gave it a shot anyway. And guys, honestly, I was very upset and disappointed. This was by no means at all something that I enjoyed. It actually really tasted pretty bad and had no flavor, so we ended up just making tacos from the meatless crumbles leftovers that we had from the night before. And then for dinner, kept it pretty simple again and had Donato's pizza. I had no idea that they had a plant-based sausage, so we had that on our pizza, and it was actually pretty tasty. Alright guys, it is the end of the week. Actually, it's a couple of days after the end of the week of us going vegetarian. I actually really enjoyed going vegetarian. I mean, it definitely wasn't as like bad as I thought it was going to be, or I hyped it up a lot more in my head. And you know, you get that thought of like, you can never go vegetarian or you can never go vegan until you actually just commit to it and do it. And it really wasn't that bad. There were a lot of meat substitutes which we tried out. A lot of them were actually pretty tasty. The only one was the breakfast sausage, which was not good to me at all. We didn't even end up finishing those, but the rest of them were actually pretty tasty. Some didn't have any real flavor and kind of were just there, but it still satisfied that meat craving that I was having. So ultimately it still worked out. Definitely thought that this is something that I could either continue doing or at least like try to do again, or like replace at least 1 or 2 meals throughout the week with something vegetarian or like the plant-based meat, or just honestly kind of just cut back on my meat in general. I definitely thought that this was going to be like a major detox, and it really only is that if you eat like an increase of vegetables and fruit, because you can still obviously eat like chips and cookies and all of that. But yeah, it definitely wasn't as much of a detox, but it was just nice to kind of cleanse myself of eating as much meat as I had been previously. I also noticed that I felt very different after eating a vegetarian meal that had a plant-based meat versus eating regular meals with regular meat. I noticed that I wasn't as like full or as heavy. Like I was still full where I didn't need to eat anything else, but the type of full was different. I also didn't feel as heavy or weighed down, obviously, by eating the plant-based meat as I do when I eat regular meat. So that was definitely a plus. I really just enjoyed it overall. My brother, he actually enjoyed it as well. There were only a couple of things where he just couldn't really figure out what he was supposed to be eating at what time. To him, he thought that like he couldn't have like just normal chips and stuff, and I'm like, no, it's really just meat products. But he figured it out, and when I cooked, obviously, then he had something to eat. But other than that, it was definitely a joy. I'd absolutely recommend it. I mean, I could even see myself possibly, if I really wanted to commit, going vegetarian. But yeah, it was really good. Definitely enjoyed it and have really positive thoughts overall. So if you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.